1984 is now out. So after being delayed multiple times, was it worth the wait? For me, it kind of was. I enjoyed this movie. I don't think it's great as the first film, but I had a good time watching this movie at the end of the day. Patty Jenkins returns to direct this movie, which now takes place in 1984. You see, Diana Prince, she is real comfortable being out in the world now. She's saving people. But when she comes across a loner, aka Barbara, who ends up later becoming Cheetah, then she comes across also Maxwell Lord. Then a lot of interesting things happen. Without giving the movie's plot, I have to say that the first two acts are interesting. I enjoyed it. Joe Pascal did an amazing job. So did Gal Gadot, Kristen Wiig, and of course Chris Pine. In fact, they all did a terrific job. What can I say? I mean, the film is light on action, and I was kind of a little disappointed by that. But I think the chemistry once again by Gal Gadot and Chris Pine is fantastic. And seriously, Cheetah, she was just there. She wasn't like the main villain. The main villain is Maxwell Lord. I mean, he kind of reminds me of a power Mongol, if you will. I don't know this film was trying to be anti-Trump or whatever, but I didn't see it that way. What I saw was a very entertaining and good movie. Now, towards the final act, those CGI was, well, it was noticeable a little bit, but I think for the most part, CGI in this film was great. The music was awesome. And the story was done real well. I had a fun time watching this film. And, you know, after being delayed for a few times, it's a film that I don't get why it has mixed reviews, but I could kind of see where other people are coming from. I mean, like I said before, the first film to me is better. I enjoyed the first two acts better than the first two acts in this movie, if you know what I mean. And what I mean by that, like the first two acts of the first Wonder Woman film were fantastic. And they're good here. I'm not gonna say it's great. This is not a bad movie here. I laughed throughout it. And there was a very emotional scene, like towards a certain point in the film. It was very heartwarming and it was sad at the same time. And you know, now it's like Steve Trevor is like a man out of time because he's coming back like decades later, and Diana Prince been in this world for decades. So it's pretty interesting take. I will say that if you enjoyed the first film, you will enjoy this one, but you might think the first film is better. I mean, did they really have to put Cheetah in this film? I felt like she was pushed aside in this movie. The main focus is Maxwell Lord. It's like he's the main star of this film. And Cheetah doesn't really give time to shine. I mean, you see her in some scenes and all that. But she really doesn't throw fists with Wonder Woman till like near the end of the film. And that fight, I liked it. It's just, this film was missing a couple of action scenes that really could make it stand out. But as far as an action-packed comic book film, some people will hate this movie, some of us will enjoy it. But I think a lot will agree that the first film holds a lot more substance in terms of story. I still enjoy this movie. It is very heartwarming, all the moments throughout it. And it's a film that I would recommend to people, especially if they've seen the first film. It's just that as good as this film is, it could have been like something fantastic. I'm giving this film an 8 out of 10. Just a film that I enjoyed very well. Pedro Pascal was the shine star in this film. So obviously as Chris Pine and Gal Gadot. I mean, it's those three made the movie for me. Cheetah, once again, felt like a side character in this film. And it was really about Maxwell Lord and him coming across a particular item. But you have to see the film for yourself to know what I'm talking about. But this is not a bad movie, like I said again. I enjoy this film. It is very entertaining. and a must watch for comic book fans out there. And that's my review of the film Wonder Woman 1984. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this film if you've seen it. Do you love it, hate it, or in the middle? And another thing, is the DCEU even really a thing anymore? I mean, and not even try to connect all these films together. I mean, Diana said in Dawn of Justice she stepped away from mankind for like 100 years, but then this movie happened. Okay, this is Swim Guy 172 saying, peace out.